you kidding me? I've only just loaded in. It's a wolf attack? Wait, where's the wolf attack? Oh, it's going for the farm. No, I haven't even done the intro. Hello everyone, Serbucky here and... right. No, leave my workshop alone, I just finished that. Alright, Fists of Futility, here we go. This is not going to end well. I've actually got to do it for the stun lock. Maybe it will go well. you can stun lock the bloody wolves with a heavy attack. Ow! Oh, you bit me. Oh, you bit me. All right, let's get our stamina back. If I can group them up, I can stun lock them. Oh, this is going to take forever. Ow. No, I'm stuck. Ow! I'm starting to get a stacking bleed. Okay, got them. Got them. Oh, okay. And stamina. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Stamina, please. Oh, I got stuck on a piece of fire. Ow! Piece of firewood. One wolf down, 2 sets of fangs to go. And there's wolf number 2. It's a choice, really, isn't it? The heavy attack keeps them stun locked. It also gives me a headache. The lighter attack is much, much faster. And jump. Oop, went right through you. Anyone wondering what Misfortune won? Yeah, hey, Serbucky here, and Fists of Futility won last episode's Misfortune vote. That's interesting. We've become Odin. Officially. Alright, so while I get rid of the bodies of the wolves, let's talk today's goal. Now, I've had to do a complete topic shift due to the Misfortune that won. Also, by the way, Fists of Futility won by 1 vote. 1 bloody vote. Hi, Tabitha. Are you going to help? There we go. There we go, Tabitha. Yeah, it won by 1 vote. So that changes my plans quite significantly. And I'll talk about that in a second. I just want to grab all of the leather scraps, since she won't be harvesting it, because I turned it off so that she doesn't tear up my larger pelts and hides. Yep, that looks good. That's everything. All right, wolves taken care of and harvested. I'm going to go throw all of the resources away. I'm also going to put away my weapon, since I don't want to accidentally muscle memory, pull that out in battle and sort of like cheat on my fists only playthrough. We'll start by throwing you away. This episode is going to be full of regret. And now let's throw away the pelts and hide. Ooh! Hold the phone. There's our 4 cured leather hides that went missing last episode. Okay, so our little trick to put those on a high priority, that worked. That's excellent. We can turn that off. One thing that's not excellent, though, is the fact that somebody in the comments pointed out that Tabitha, now that she's got an iron knife, she's going to be ignoring it. I didn't really understand why, and then I remembered she's not going to be bringing in the leather hides and pelt that she harvests out in the wild because she doesn't have storage for it in her hunter's hut. So I'll pop those on high. Now Echo is going to go out and grab any that she's left laying around, which is probably a lot. So whoever pointed that out, thank you so much. But yeah, the plan for the day is going to revolve around getting armor for our warriors and training up my melee skill now that I'm fists only. And you can absolutely be assured we are going to be taking on a bear. because you have to do a bear and a blood moon in Fists of Futility. But by judging how many bite marks I have from fighting the wolves, I want to start by seeing what other armor I can craft myself first, and then I'll work on the gambesons for my warriors in a little bit. So we have a choice between the leather helmet, tier 3, and the leather arming cap, tier 2. 50 armor versus 15, so obviously going to go with the leather helmet. And a good thing I have those hides that were found now, because we have the resources for that. And if I want a shoulder pad, we need crafting at 49 or higher. And how are our crafters progressing? I think 11 will get there a bit sooner. She's overtaken Rusty, but that's because she has to make so many linens and linen threads. So yeah, probably in an episode or two, we'll be able to start making shoulder pads, which is going to be lovely. Okay, so let's go grab the leather and the thread. And another thing I'm going to be doing this episode is as much summoning as I can. I'm talking back to back. I built 2 industries now, the iron industry and the carpentry industry, and we do not have the personnel to occupy those work spots. While I'm here, how about we set a task for cured leather hides, because there's absolutely no need for the uncured hides, so we might as well just get somebody curing them just so we have them on hand. And since we have some pelts, I wouldn't mind making the simple pelt cape, but that takes cured pelts, which we can't do until we've improved the leather worker, which is kind of annoying. That it is listed here, but not available to us. But you know what I will add to the task list for 11 is I'm going to add the basic linen cape. That will help since our villagers are pretty much entirely all clothed now. And I do want to keep getting them more and more cold protection while also boosting 11 skill as much as I can. Very happy that we did find, or not we, very happy that Echo was able to track down those hides. I have no idea where they are. A lot of people were saying they're in Rusty's bags. No, I checked Rusty's bags, remember? He was sitting at the runestone and they weren't there, so not a clue where those went. But there is our helmet, and... Oh my god, I always say aesthetics matter. It matters more how you look. What happened to my hair? Why does the hair disappear? And the answer better not be because you're 40. But this is one of those situations where I don't care about aesthetics. That's an extra 40 armor, which I'm going to be needing when I go to punch a bear in the face. All right, it is 12 o'clock in the morning. Time to summon a villager. I would say I've been slacking a bit, but it takes ages to punch 3 wolves to death when you're doing 4 damage a punch. Bugger, I don't have enough Jotun blood. You know what, though? That is not a problem because any astute observers will notice that last episode I made 2 wooden shafts. Why? I hear you ask in my imagination. Because I wanted to make a hammer and a pickaxe. We'll start with the pickaxe, then I can go harvest up a bunch of Jotun blood way faster than using this bloody stone monstrosity I have. And you know what? I might as well make those 2 iron plates for the 2 linen gambesons since I got the forge running. And then that way, when I get around to it, we'll have them on hand for making those gambesons for our warriors. Thinking ahead, something I almost never do. All right, so we'll craft 1 of you. And then we'll grab all the resources for the gambeson. I want to make sure that my warriors are kitted out in case we get a blood moon tonight. Always going to get a blood moon when you least expect it. And there's gambeson number 2. Perfect. It is. Oh. I mean, that's kind of, in a way, that's perfect timing. It is, it's almost 5. So our defenders, our warriors are going to be on patrol and the trick is going to be finding them. Unless they're on pre-work leisure. Ray. Hi, Ray. Rusty. Kyle. There's Falco. Hey, buddy. I've got an upgrade for you. Falco looks great, actually. Falco looks happy with that. But no idea where a Minka is. But I do need to, you know what? I'm just not going to go on a Jotun Blood Harvest summoning run tonight. I've resigned myself to that. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to change up their patrol because I realize it's a little bit silly. They're just going around and around and around, which means when I need them, no bloody idea where they are. Patrol marker number 2 is the one by the Eye of Odin. So I'm thinking if I move the patrol flag that's next to the Eye of Odin to the bottom, the last stop on their patrol, and then just set that for 24 hours, they will run across the village doing one quick loop of patrol, which will make everyone happy. And then they're going to spend the rest of their shift here at the Eye of Odin, which is where I need them. That's where the attacks are going to be going. Or if the attacks are elsewhere, I can come here to rally them with my Smolkr Horn of Gondor. So yeah, I think that makes the most sense, at least until we upgrade the barracks to level 2 and we have to train them to level 100, after which I'll just, put them back on that same patrol. But now I know where they're going to be. Everyone's going to be happy, no anxiety, and I won't have anxiety because if I get attacked, I know where they are, kind of. But now it is 6 o'clock, 4 hours until a potential blood moon. No point going out harvesting Jotun blood, so I'm going to have myself a little nap, and I'm going to train for as long as I can. Melee combat 11. We've got 14 skill points to go. That shouldn't take too long, right? That is skill level 25, probably. I may have lost count. Okay, what are we hitting for now? 5 and 6. Well, you know what? It's more than 3. All right, 8 o'clock. I still have the rested buff. I'm gonna go grab some garlic. You know what? I feel like I'm going to be needing some healing this episode. I'm a Muppet. It's not stored at the farm. It's by the cooking house. That was a nice waste of half an hour. All right, let's grab, if we have any, let's grab some healing. We do, 31. Grab some of you. I'll take some onion. Onions can be our new weapon. Our weapon is healing ourselves. How about that? That's just ridiculous day. Also, look how many eggs I've got, by the way. I need another storage. I've got 300 eggs. It's too many eggs. Is there any Jotun blood nearby? I got 40 minutes to spare. I only need 2. I could get that from one deposit. Is there any? Ugh. And mind all of the nearby. Oh, hang on a second. There's something over there. It's only a small. Please give me 2. Of course, I need 2, so the game gives me 1. Thank you very much. Okay, there's my second of the 2 Jotun blood I need. And I'll finish harvesting off that deposit another time. I've got 12 minutes to get back home. Oh, if there's a blood moon tonight, I am cutting it a bit too close. There's 10 o'clock and no blood moon. Ah, that's a bit boring. Oh well, I guess I will find something to busy myself with. My new patrol work, they are both here. Oh, hey, Aminka, I got something for you. Ah, that's so much better. I'll try and get them helmets at some point too. There's the 2 extra Jotun blood and bear power. I mean, this person seems amazing. Oh, this person does seem amazing. We'll go with Ella. I need more farms. Oh, I'm going to miss that. I want... I know. I'm probably going to get flack for that. But you just can't pass up a perfect gatherer and farmer, can you? Okay, before I go on my nighttime Jotun blood run, I want to put down a workshop over here. It's going to be a leather worker, so probably not a super active one, but I do want to start separating out my little pockets of industry like I've been talking about for the past couple of episodes. That will also give my builders something to do overnight. That looks good. That looks grand. Perfect. Okay, I'm going on Jotun Blood run now. So that was a super productive night. I did get enough Jotun blood, I think, for 5 or 6 villagers, one of which is being summoned now, one of which is loaded. Let's grab a quick breakfast since I am flashing both hunger and thirst. So that back-to-back summoning has finally begun. I do want to fill out that cottage over by the carpenter and ideally build another one, although where, I haven't decided yet. And so far, everyone that I've summoned remains a builder. I haven't assigned any workplaces yet, mainly because it's taking ages to build anything with these bloody schedules. That's, honestly. But I have decided to assign Wulfar to the barracks. He comes with archery training too, but that bear power that I passed up on the farmer, I kind of regret. So since Wulfar comes with bear power, he can come work here. But out here at the carpenter, there's a few things I wanted to add, or at least I might build them one at a time since we don't want to overload our builders. And I want to start with the woodcutter's hut, which is going to be solely for hardwood, and that'll feed into the carpenter right here. So honestly, we'll just pop it behind. You know, that's going to be a nice short walk for them. And there's Clara. Hello, Clara. We'll rename you later. I'll leave her as a builder for now, but she looks like she's going to be an excellent archer or hunter. And of course, we're going to go and summon another villager ASAP as possible. Oh, we're having a hunter theme by the looks of it. Igor, Boodle, this person. Oh, I hate decisions like this. I'll go with Igor, mainly for the Nocturnal Resilience, but I don't really want to go all in on one type of perk. Hopefully, we'll get something a little different with Igor. Okie dokie. I think I'll get to work on the woodcutter, but before I do that, to help out with the leatherworker for my builders, how about I go ahead and dismantle the one we have right now, which is curing a whole bunch of hides. Nice to see that this little operation's up and running now that we got the warehouse worker going out, since Tabitha's leaving all the hides in the wild until we upgrade her bloody hut. There we go. We'll grab those. Yeah, I've gone from having absolutely none to having all of them. Let's just double check you're empty, even though we'll get that dismantle pile. So we'll come into here and then we will dismantle there. And what I want to put in its place, something I've never done in a series before because I've always been far too lazy or distracted, is I want to put down the dyer because we are absolutely going to lean into the different workstations, have different color clothing mechanic. That's going to be absolutely bloody amazing for identifying people. There we go, and I just realized that they're probably going to use all of these resources to build the dyer and not the leatherworker, but that's fine. I need both. It's going to be pretty quick, I think, getting them up and going. Actually excited about that. I've always wanted to sort of like have villagers running around with different color clothing on so I can quickly figure out who's who at a glance. That's going to be pretty darn nifty if you ask me. Hot pink for the warriors, although actually no, I promised somebody I would do dark red. Hot pink for the bloody Kai also, so we know who to avoid. Oh, bugger. I just realized why we have so many cured hides. We've run out of scraps. Rusty is... Rusty used all of our scraps to make the cured leather hides. You can't win. You can't win. They either tear the hides apart for scraps or they stitch the scraps together for hides. Could you just be normal? And oh my gosh, it's just, you know what? I'm ignoring it. I'll fix it when we get the other leather worker up and running. You know what production chain doesn't get on my nerves? It's the woodworking production chain. It's very straightforward. So let's go ahead and finish building this woodcutter. Oh my god. And my hoe broke on the first hit. This is a little misfortune right now going on. It's just everything is going a little bit wrong, delaying me. You know what? I remember in the last episode saying that the game likes me now because you guys are the misfortune, the spanner in the works, the ones working against me. And I thought, hey, the game is on my side. It's helping me out. It's sending me rain when I want rain. It's sending me good villagers. But then I just walk halfway across the village. My hoe immediately blows up. The first thing I do. Oh, well, this is another little spanner in the works. I did not notice that I built the carpenter right next to a bloody Smolkrs spawn. Everything is going a little bit wrong, isn't it? We're gonna have to put some fences down or torches, and we have to protect against this. Otherwise, they're going to bloody eat all of the wood. At least we can start doing worst ways to hunt Smolkrs shorts again, with creative ways to destroy these little bastards. Absolutely perfect. Potato. We have our woodcutter, so let's go ahead and just throw our spare iron wood axe here in the carpenter workshop. And then we will assign... Who's got the most skill? Amy. Amy will be assigned here, and Frostar can stay in charge of the original one. Then under tasks, Amy is only forever and ever and ever going to do hardwood. Nothing else. I don't want to do firewood or bark or sticks or anything like that because I don't want her to eventually chop up a hardwood log or long stick for those firewood, bark or sticks. So she is just a hardwood harvester. That's it. Do nothing else. And let's just make sure to turn hardwood off at the other woodcutter, just so Frostar here can focus on the general type of wood, along with firewood, barks, and sticks. And when it comes to actual carpenters, I will do that probably at the end of the episode or the start of the next one. Every villager that I'm summoning right now, I'm happy with being a builder, just so that we can get, oh, all the builds are done. Huh. How about that? Well, I do want them focused on building, and then once I have everything that I got planned to build, we can then start assigning them. But next, since everything is built, I want another cottage, and no, I don't know where to put it. Maybe another one down by the farm, actually, since that's probably going to be expanded sometime soon with a third farm, and we now have that. Leather worker, some extra hunters, yes, I think down here somewhere. But where, since we've used most of this land and it's going to get a little bit squeezy in here if we slap another cottage in. I think maybe a little bit extra landscaping is in order on this side of things. Yeah, how about over here on the outside of the little fence? And then that way it's still sort of close to the downtown, I guess, as you'd call it, our first industry hub. So anyone living here has access to the cooking hut and things like that. But it's near this area here where we're going to have a lot of jobs available soon. So yeah, this is a great location. I'm going to have to do a lot of landscaping though. So it's going to take a hot minute. Maybe less actually now that I got a lot of builders. Yes, look at them work. Absolutely bloody marvelous. And we'll give our cottage a little bit of an angle. You know me by now. I like my little angles. And there's plenty of room for a nice garden. Oh, we could do a double-sided garden maybe. Oh, it's going to look really nice when I finally get around to just, you know, shaving off those edges and beautifying. We're going to do a beautification episode soon. Don't worry. I promise you that. And we'll extend the nice level ground out here so it's in line with the gate. How many builders have we got? Is that 5 builders now? Yes, this is going to get done in an absolute jiffy. All right, back again to summon another villager. Although, before I do that, I haven't done this yet. Let's rename the ones we've actually gotten before I forget forever and ever. All right, Igor, he has a crafting perk. So as requested, we are going to name them after Bucket, a commenter on the last video. Hjalmar, you are going to become more Shale. Nora, you can be Phaela. Clara, you can be Abby. Actually, you can be Abby with a G. I don't think I have another one, but you deserve that extra letter. All right, now let's go summon another villager for me to completely forget to name. That is going to fill up our current cottages though, so we will need to finish the next one before we summon anyone else. Otherwise they'll be a little bit homeless. And Andorra takes the biscuit, mighty vigor, and thirsty giant. She's going to have extra strength and extra health. She's going to be a fantastic warrior. If she comes with bear power as well, I'm going to rename her Brienne of Tarth or something. She's going to be an absolute monster on the battlefield. Love it. Andorra, high hopes for you. Let's throw in the next round of Jotunblood and take a look at the time. It is 5:30. So you know what? I'm going to brush up on some combat skills. We got our combat buff. I'm going to go fight a bear, I think. So we'll have a drink. We'll have 2 drinks. I'm also quite peckish, but I got a little idea about what to eat. Ooh, Sherry has been... Oh, Sherry, you've been busy. So's our barbecuer. Holy crap, actually. That's kind of surprising. We finally got over the food hurdle or something. Wow. So I want to take 1 meat stew that I'm not going to eat right now. And I will eat a fish soup just to fill me up, just so that I'm not getting too hungry. But that was a lot of food though. I think that might be because a lot of our villagers are becoming tier 2 and 3, so they're not eating as much meat, which is leaving more available to be made into soups and stews, which in turn is feeding people more efficiently. That's a lot of bloody food. But yeah, obviously I'm going to get the chieftain's sleeping bonus if I'm going to take on a bear. And the reason I put the meat stew in my backpack is so that I can eat it when we start fighting the bear, which will give me a nice big strength bonus. It only lasts a minute, which is kind of silly, but that is a minute of strength fighting a bear that I wouldn't otherwise have. And I'm going to bring my cart with me just in case I run out of bag space with all the pelts and meat and hides and things like that. But also, it'd be nice to get a little bit of Jotunblood on my way back. Sled, obviously, not cart. Not yet. Here we go. Up and up we go. I'm going to leave the cart there. I don't want to sled, but I don't want it blowing up if it gets caught in a wayward jumping attack. I will leave the UI on. People have been asking for that a lot. The bears sin us. We're a bit too far away to hear it, but let's eat. Let's get it on. Oh my god. That was rough. It's 9 o'clock. I don't have time for the Jotun blood. I'm going to harvest up the bear. And I'm going to take my sled back home. My sled, which I left out there with a couple of Jotun blood in. I bet these bastards Smolkrs have eaten that. Oh, I didn't think that through. All right, that's everything. Andora's here. She didn't get a bear power, which is a bit of a shame, but she still looks like a pretty decent warrior. Let's go ahead, grab my hopefully not empty cart sled. And it looks like the Smolkrs were going to eat it, but they got disturbed by something. Oh, that is lucky. I would have been quite mad. It's only 2, but it still would have been too many. Bastards, always bastards. I gotta get back home. I got half an hour into a potential blood moon. Oh, it took so long to punch a bear today. Who would have thought? It takes a long time to melee a bear. I have made it back in the nick of time. I'm still 3/4 dead though. Oh, have we got a blood moon? If we do, I'm screwed. Let's just wolf down a whole bunch of garlic to tend to those massive bear claw wounds. No blood moon again. That's like 4 nights in a row or something without a little bit of fun. You know what? I can't have that. We have to have a blood moon in a Fists of Futility episode. So you know what? We're doing an extra day to see if we get one tomorrow night. There is another potentially good warrior. So let's go ahead and grab Lorelei. So let me just drop off all of the pelts and the hides and the bones and the meat while I have a quick think about how to pivot, since we are going to be doing an extra day. It's going to be a bit of a longer episode now, guys. Sorry about that, but I honestly think that you want to see me punching a blood moon as much as I don't want to be punching a blood moon. But the first thing that comes to mind that I need to do is make a couple of leather helmets for my defenders, because we have a whole bunch of cured leather hide. The opposite problem as last episode. Now we have too many cured leather hides and no bloody scraps because Rusty... you know what? I'm not even going to get into it anymore. You guys know what happened. The defenders, are they here? Yeah, on their... They are. See, I like this. This patrol thing works out quite well. I can give them upgrades and always know where they are at a certain point in time. Where did you get this snot wallet from? Absolutely disgusting. All right, Aminka, here is yours. Also, hoarding snot wallets. That is, I don't want to get into that. That is absolutely disgusting. But whatever you guys need to feel and perform at your best. Okay, the plan, the night plan, the plan until the next tomorrow night, I have definitely thought of, and I'm not winging. The plan is going to be renaming the new villagers until I think of it. There we go. Absolutely flawless move, Bucky. They'll never suspect that you're winging it. Andorra, you are being renamed Maddie. Welcome aboard. Right, by the looks of it, everyone has a name and one of the 8-hour schedules. And I still haven't thought of what to do. You know what? Let's start assigning people to the carpenter. That's a good starting point. We do have a lot of builders, and I kind of am out of big building builds to do. So I'd like to start working on my refined wood. Yeah, we have a lot of builders, and as promised, Bucket, the crafter, is going to be a crafter. You're not going to get crafting skill, you're going to get carpentry skill, so I hope that's okay. And your carpentry buddy is going to be Morshale. I hope you two will get along. And we don't have a warehouse yet, so let's just go ahead and request 2 of each goods, or 2 crafts of each goods. So that's 4 shafts and planks. And then we'll split it up between the 2 of them so that Bucket is doing posts and beams, therefore he uses the iron draw knife. And then Morshale will be working on the shafts and planks using the iron wood axe, therefore they're not going to be fighting over the same tool and causing any drama. Drama-free workplace, people. That's what we aim for here. All right, let's find something else to do. How about a little bit of blacksmithing? Right, it is morning, it is the bonus day, it's a long episode, I apologize again, or you're welcome depending on your feelings on long episodes. And I kind of finally figured out what to do with the day. I'm going to start off with a nice big Jotun Blood run, which I'm probably going to skip over in post, and then for the rest of the afternoon, towards the nighttime, I want to work on beautification. I want to add a road, and I want to add some things to make this place look a little bit more well designed, a little bit prettier, boost those housing scores, boost that villager happiness, as well as my own. I want fences, I want roads, I want flower beds, and of course some Yule trees. In fact, I've made a promise to put a Yule tree in the farm so that our farmers can sit under it during their lunch break. So that's the plan for today. We'll start off with the Jotun Blood run, expect a big time jump, unless something interesting happens. And, you know, Editor Bugger will probably show it to you. That's kind of his job. Nah, Beans, you scared the absolute crap out of me. No, you spilled tea on my lap. All right, we are back on our Jotun Blood run. We have a villager on the way, and for the rest of the day, we are doing the beautification, as much of it as we can, at least. And I do want to start with a road, because although it's not actually beautification where it's going to improve housing scores or anything, it is going to make getting around town a lot easier. Oh, okay, that took all day, but we have a road, we have fences, and we have some trees out by the farm as requested. I've got just enough time for a bit of a snack and a bit of a nap until a potential blood moon. Please, can we have a blood moon tonight, though? Because I don't want to waste an entire other day. I have to prepare for winter. Can't keep doing really big montages. The moment that all of you have been waiting for. Time for me to punch a blood moon. That was insane. I felt about as useful as my villagers throwing punches for 5 to 6 damage. But there it is, a fists-only episode. Fist-only bear, wolf pack, and a blood moon. What a fun misfortune, actually. That one doesn't hurt nearly as much as the other ones have. But that is it for today's episode. A long one again, I know, I'm sorry, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you to channel members and Patreons. If you've enjoyed your time here, then please consider grabbing a sub, dropping a like, or leaving a comment. And I'm going to leave you once more in the capable hands of Editor Bucky as he runs through the next misfortunes. Thanks again, and cheerio. Terror in the Night, Level 3. A mysterious shadow haunts the nearby woods, and every night at the stroke of midnight it will harvest the soul of a random villager. This misfortune persists until the necromancer is bound and killed. Drowned in Green, Level 2. The blight responsible for poisoning the lake has also made its way into the fish. In addition to no longer being able to fish in the lake for the rest of the season, all the fish and meals made from fish must be destroyed to stop our villagers from falling ill. Earthen Blight, Level 2. The crops have become afflicted with a powdery fungus that slows growing time and amount harvested by half. It doesn't bend that way, Level 2. While out on one of my nightly Jotun blood runs, a moment of distraction has left me with a fractured arm. I am unable to build, harvest, fight, or carry anything other than food or my smoker horn of Gondor for the duration of the episode. Eye Wide Shut, Level 2. The Eye of Odin lies dormant and cannot be used for the duration of the current season. Wonky warehouses and bothering villagers. What more do I need to say? Oh yeah, this one's permanent. Bloodmoons Rising, Level 2. Every day at noon, a miniature blood moon spawns consisting of 5 Draugr, 5 skeletons, 5 wights, and a jumpy boy. Storm from Helheim. Another storm ravages the island, completely destroying 5 random buildings, including their contents. Not the villagers, though, because that would be cruel.